This hour of the show is brought to you by FreshBooks. Check out the all-new version of their cloud accounting software at freshbooks.com/Dave Ramsey. I'm talking quicker and easier. Get 30 days free at freshbooks.com/Dave Ramsey. From the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where dad is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I am Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show. We're glad you're here. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Thanks for joining us. 888-825-5225. Now, tens of millions of you listen to this show by podcast and on radio stations that carry us other than live. We're aware of that. But a bunch of you, millions and millions of you, listen to us live every day. And for those of you that do that by streaming or on your local radio station, well, you get an advantage today. We're going to do something we've never done today. Right now. Are you ready? Here's the deal. One of the best things we do around here is called Financial Peace University. It's our 9-week class. All the debt-free screams you hear, most of them have gone through the class. The people learning about money, you hear them talking about it. The people learning about the baby steps and learning about investing and learning about generosity and learning about getting out of debt, learning about working together with their spouse and learning about insurance and all of that. Every bit of it is all in Financial Peace University. Almost 5 million people have been through this class, and it has, it's been, to say the least, an inordinate success, and we are very thankful for all of you that have gone through the class and have bought the class and given it to someone else. So here's the deal. Never before. For 3 hours, starting right now, from 1 to 4 Central Time on Thursday, 2 to 5 Eastern Time on Thursday. For those of you wondering when live is, starting right now, the normally $109 class for this 3 hours is $39. Boom. Just like that. Normally $109, $39 for 3 hours only. Limit 1 per customer. No, you can't buy a truckload and put them on eBay. Okay, just fixed that, didn't I? Those of you thought, I got a new business. It's called Dave. No, you don't. It's for you to get a kit and to go to the class. Or you can buy one and give it to a friend to go to the class. You know someone that needs to go. You're buying it as a gift for someone that's getting married. You're buying it for your parents who you've been trying to get to grow up with money, even though they're 64. You're buying it for someone who's really pretty good with money, but they really need to know God's and Grandma's ways of handling money to go with it and get their spouse on board. $39 today only, really for 3 hours only. 2 to 5 Eastern, 1 to 4 Central. Does that take your breath away? Well, it should. DaveRamsey.com, click on Financial Peace University, or you can call customer care if you want. Because I imagine we could crash the website. We could break the internet with this. It could happen. So you can call customer care if the internet breaks. And so check it out. 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3223, or go to DaveRamsey.com and click on Financial Peace University. Austin's with us in Sacramento, California. Hey, Austin, how are you?
Oh, better than I deserve, Dave. How are you?
Just the same. How can I help?
I was calling in regards to some credit card debt that I built up. A friend gave me your program probably about 7 years ago, and I followed it a little bit, probably to baby step 2 or 3, where I was starting to save some money in my retirement. But my question is in regards to the debt that I have now. I was previously a Lyft and Uber driver, leasing a car, and I returned it, and I I've had some credit card debt that I've only been making like less than the minimum payments. And I've received some letters saying that's going to go to collection. And my question is on how to go forward and pay them if it does go into collection, now that I've received like a decent paying job.
Okay, I'm confused. I thought you said you were out of debt because you followed our stuff, and then you went back into debt?
Well, a friend had given me some like CDs, I think, of yours. And so, yeah, I did for a little bit get out of debt, and then I guess I had a credit card pamphlet sent to my house, and I figured what the heck, I'd fill one out and see how much credit I get. And so I did go back into debt and get some stupid tax. And so now I'm starting the program all over again.
Yeah. So are you through? Have you learned your lesson?
Oh yes, I have. Kind of.
Okay. How much credit card debt have you got?
About $6,800.
Okay. And what's your household income?
I just got a new job in a hospital. I'm planning on making about like $2,000 a month as a patient transporter.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's 40 hours a week?
It's three 12-hour shifts.
Oh, great. So what are you going to do with the rest of your time? Where are you going to be working extra? Because you need some more money.
Yes, I do. I plan on flipping cars. My dad was a mechanic, and so I'm planning on using that side income to help pay down the debt as fast as possible. My question was, I've heard some people that you've spoken with about.
Well, I'm answering your question. Your question is you need more. The answer to your question is you need more income. And no, I don't think you need to be flipping cars. You don't have any money. You can't handle $6,800. How are you going to be buying cars? I don't think you've learned your lesson at all, because I think you're about to go back in debt to buy those cars. No. Learn from this mistake, Austin. So we need to get your income up, working some kind of a part-time job, making $1,000, $1,500 a month in addition to what you're doing. You need to be working all the time. And here's the equation, okay? $6,800, $2,000 a month makes that go away in just a matter of 3 or 4 months. So you don't have a collections problem. You have an income problem. And you don't need to know how to deal with credit cards that are in collections. You need to pay them by getting your income up and not flipping cars. You've got to stop this borrowing money thing, man. You have to stop it. It is not working for you. And then go back and clean up the rest of the debt doing the same thing. But it's an income issue. So get on everydollar.com, get your budget going, and get your income up. Good news is you're only working 3 days a week, so you need to work the other 4 days a week. Like a crazy person, delivering pizzas. I don't care if you're doing Lyft. I don't care what you're doing. Well, let's get this lease paid off, or get rid of the lease, or get rid of the deficit from the lease if you got rid of it, whatever it is. Let's get that mess cleaned up and get these credit cards cleaned up, and then save up some money and pay cash if you want to do some car flipping. But you can't do car flipping when you're in debt like this. You don't have any money. It doesn't work. The formula doesn't work. So that's what you've got to do. Hold on. I will send you a copy of the book, The Total Money Makeover, which will, if you'll read it and follow it, the following it part's the trick. It'll show you exactly what to do and take exactly those steps and work your tail off, sir. Lots of hours. No life. No partying. No eating out. You are a broke person. Get the mess cleaned up. Then you get your life back, sir. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Tis the season for New Year's resolutions, except that only about 8% of people actually achieve them. Around here, we set goals. Here's a great goal for small business owners. Get paid and get paid faster. FreshBooks has an all-new version of their amazing cloud accounting software. Create and send professional invoices in under 30 seconds. See when your client has seen the invoice and accept their online payment in just 2 clicks. Get 30 days free at freshbooks.com/Dave Ramsey. Thank you for joining us, America. We're celebrating 2 years. We have a 2-year-old. We have a toddler. It's called Every Dollar. It's 3 million users. That's a big toddler. Ever seen a big fat toddler? I've got a big fat toddler. Yeah, Every Dollar. 2 years old. 3 million people using this thing almost. Just under 3 million. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you guys for that. We appreciate it as we celebrate our 2-year birthday with that. Brandy is on the line in Seattle. Hey, Brandy, how are you?
I'm really good. How about you?
Better than I deserve. So I hear you are one of our almost 3 million people using Every Dollar.
Yes, indeed.
Well, tell me about it.
So just a few months after my husband and I had finished the Financial Peace audio tape was when you first released Every Dollar. And so as the nerd of the family, I thought it was completely brilliant. I loved it.
I love it.
The fact that everything just automatically figured out how much I had left to spend, it was so much easier. And it was easier for me to show my husband, too, who's not the nerd of the family. So really great. Then, the Navy threw us a curveball, and a month later, we moved to a new duty station, and we were there at the end of the month, spending 4 hours trying to reconcile all the receipts and transactions, get everything logged into the budget, and that was when we sprung for Every Dollar Plus. And, I will never look back. It has been amazing. Just letting everything flow right into the Every Dollar program has been so wonderful.
So have you guys been able to pay off some debt or save some money?
We have. We paid off a little over $17,000 in debt in just under a year.
Way to go! And you said you guys are Navy, huh?
Yes.
Very cool. Well, thank you for your service very much. We appreciate that. And thanks for sharing with us on this Every Dollar anniversary. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Very cool stuff. By the way, Every Dollar is free. If you go to Every Dollar, you can download the app for your iPhone or your Android, or you can use the desktop version, whichever you want to do. It's all free. Just check it out, everydollar.com. All right, Rudy's with us in Houston, Texas. Hey, Rudy, what's up?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
Hi, Dave. Yeah, I am currently 21 years old. I go to college here in Houston. Heat interior advice. I went to community college at first, and I don't have any debt.
Good.
I'm at a point now where my savings, my little lump sum, will pay for about another semester, and then I'll start slowly trailing behind. And I'm on baby step 2. I don't have any debt, but then I know the next is to save up for the larger emergency fund and retirement contributions.
You don't need to worry about that right now. You got to worry about getting through college.
So
you have one job: eat and get through school. No debt.
Okay. So act like the foreseen expenses for college is just one giant debt and just save up for it.
It's not a debt. It's just a budget expense. But, yeah, you just save up and get ready and buy it, and save up and get ready and buy it, and save up and get ready and buy it. And you just work like a maniac in order to pull that off and keep your lifestyle down to nothing. That is like investing, Rudy, because you are actually the best investment you can make. Your education will cause your income to go up more than having taken that same amount of money and investing it will cause your income to go up. Education's better than mutual funds. It's better than real estate. That's assuming, of course, you're getting educated in something that has a usable trade in the marketplace. I mean, you don't get a degree in German polka history or something. You get something that you can actually use. And if you're studying something that way, then your education is, and the knowledge that you gain, the degree itself is not got any value, but the knowledge that you gain while you're getting that degree, that you can use in the marketplace to earn more money, it's tools in your tool belt. I mean, it's a hammer and a screwdriver and a whatever in your tool belt so that you are able to cause your life to work. Sarah is with us in Nevada. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Hi, great. Thank you, Dave. I just want to let you know my hubby and I binge listen to you every day.
Thank you. How can I help today?
We are trying to clean up our mess.
Okay.
We have $11,000 between our credit card and car loan debt. And then we also have $50,000 in a home equity line of credit that we used actually to buy a commercial building for our business. My husband and I own our own business.
Okay.
So, yes, of course, this was before we started listening to you.
I got you.
We have been plugging away at the debt. I feel confident that we're making progress, although very slowly.
What is your household income?
We make a combined income of $115,000 a year.
And how much debt have you paid off and in what period of time?
We have paid off about $5,000 in debt in probably the last 6 months.
Well, that sucks. You make $115,000. When are you going to get out of debt?
It seems like a slow process.
It doesn't seem like a slow process. It is a slow process the way you're doing it. You should be paying $5,000 a month.
Okay.
You're still going out to eat and going on vacation and not living on a budget. Where's all this money going?
Yeah, it seems like it's going somewhere for something all the time.
You're not living on a budget. And you and your husband are not working together on this yet.
That's true. We definitely need to. I have every dollar. I struggle every month with it. I feel like I just haven't quite got it.
Yeah, I is the key word here. We aren't looking at it. And you're trying to do this by yourself. And you guys, you're running at about a 10% power reserve right here. And you need to be running at 110% passion level. Okay? And so it's like, have you got children?
Yes,
okay,
3 girls.
Pretend like this emotionally, okay? I would not wish this on anybody, okay? But just emotionally follow me, okay? If one of them were sick and you had to pay off all of these debts that you gave me, 11 plus 50 is 61, in 1 year to save your child's life, you could easily find a way to focus and cut your lifestyle and do that, making $115,000, couldn't you?
Probably, yes.
To save your child's life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could. I don't think probably is a thing. What is your house payment?
About $2,300 a month.
Okay. And how much money do you have in savings?
Well, we have our emergency fund right now. There's about $3,000 in it, so we went a little above the $1,000 mark. But we also have a $30,000 money market account that has been with us forever. It was something that just we kind of leave sitting there. We've never touched. And that's our biggest thought is, do we use that to pay off the debt, or do we just get more intense on a monthly budget and use just our monthly and leave that there?
Okay.
I don't want to screw that.
Okay, I understand. How long have you been listening to me?
Since January.
Okay, so just a couple months. Okay.
Yeah.
But you've heard me talk about the baby steps, right?
We have, yes.
Okay. And you know you save $1,000, not $3,000. And you know you get on a monthly budget, and you know you do that together with your spouse, and you know you stop your 401k. Do you know all of that?
Yes.
You stop putting money into retirement. You don't go out to eat. You don't go on vacation, and you live a very simple, scorched earth lifestyle, and you completely attack your dad. Have you heard me say all that before?
I have.
Okay. Now
every day.
Okay. Now it's time. Now it's time for you guys to do it, Sarah.
Okay.
You're screwing around with this. You're playing with it, and you're making up your own dadgum rules, and your rules got you into this mess.
That's right.
And so you and your husband need to sit down tonight, and you need to decide: are we going to live like everybody else in America, broke and looking good and in debt, or are we going to live like no one else together, so that later we can live and give like no one else? If you're going to do that, you know what you need to do. You've got to change directions. But you're just lightweighting every bit of this. You're just screwing around the edges of it. And you make good money, and there's no excuse for you to have only paid off $5,000 in 6 months. That just tells me you're not doing anything I'm teaching. So please don't tell people you're following Dave Ramsey, because you're not, until you decide you are. And then do the stuff we teach, and do it with great focused intensity, and it will change the direction of your life, darling. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Replacing lost items not only costs you time, but it could cost you a whole lot of money. That's why you need Tracker. Tracker is a coin-sized device that locates misplaced keys, wallets, bags, computers, anything in seconds. Just pair your Tracker device to your smartphone, attach it to anything, and find its location with a tap of a button. It's that easy. So stop losing your stuff today. Go to thetracker.com, enter promo code TRACK, and you'll get a free Tracker Bravo with any order. Thetracker.com, promo code TRACK.
In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Wyatt and Amy are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Dave.
Awesome, Dave.
Welcome, welcome. Where are you guys from?
St. Joe, Michigan.
St. Joe. Very cool. Welcome to Nashville. That's a bit of a drive, or did you fly?
Took about 9 hours.
Yeah, that's a bit of a haul. I made that drive down through there from Grand Rapids one time down to here. It's a bit of a run.
Yep.
But very cool. Welcome, and here to do your debt-free scream.
We are.
Yes.
How much have you paid off?
We paid off $288,000.
Whoa! How long did that take?
It's 40 months.
40 months. And your range of income during that time?
We averaged about $290,000.
Whoa! What do you guys do for a living?
I'm a CPA.
Uh-huh.
And I'm in product design.
Wow. Well, very well done, you two.
Thanks.
Great incomes, obviously. What kind of debt was the $288,000?
Dave, it was our mortgage.
Yeah.
You paid off your house?
Yes.
I'm looking at weird people. I love it. How old are you guys?
I just turned 40 and
I'm 39.
All right. And a paid-for house and just 40. Amazing, amazing, amazing. What's this house worth?
it's probably around 400,000.
Oh, how sweet is that? That is so sweet. Well done, you guys. Well done.
Thanks.
So tell me the story. What happened a little over 3 years ago, 40 months ago, that put you on this journey?
Yeah, and even to step back a little further, we actually found you and your show in 2008, right? And this was at the peak of the financial crisis and the housing market in turmoil. And we went in with, full force, went through your financial peace program and hit the ground running. And by 2009, probably the middle of 2009, we got through baby step 3.
All right. So you'd knocked out your consumer debt.
We
Yeah.
did, and then for the next probably 4.5 years, we just kind of bebopped along in life, I'd say, just kind of sputtered around. Now, we had, 3 kids there during that time. We moved to Mexico and back and got a new job, et cetera. So there's a lot going on, but we just didn't make a lot of headway. And it wasn't until 2014 that I was sitting on my computer and a quote came across, and it said, the best time for a plan was 10 years ago, and the second best time is today.
Yeah.
And, things started to look a little different that day. I saw just how fast our kids were growing up. I was driving down the road singing to a country song that I thought was only a couple months old and turned out to be over a year. And so these things hit me, and I kind of ran home and put a better look at the budget together. I ran over to my wife and kind of like a new puppy dog, right? Just kind of showed it to her, and she put some reality to it, right? So we kind of went back and forth in the budget, and then from that point forward, we just plowed through it.
So you knew how to do it, and it just woke you back up to do the last step, which is pay off the house.
It did.
You'd had the success before, but you just leaned in then, and 40 months later, you're done. Plus, you're making bank at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making some serious money. So you're looking around going, why not? We got to do this. I mean, this is silly. It's kind of silly. It's what that had to be going through your head, too, didn't it?
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Very good. So you did it, though. You paid off your house.
That's awesome.
I mean, how fun is
great.
this? This is very cool. What do you tell people the key to having a paid-for house by age 40 is?
Yeah, I think, I guess a couple words come to mind. One is discipline and one is patience, because there's always going to be something you think you need. And in a lot of cases, you don't. And I think, of course, the budget and communication is really critical. So it is, I ask the question a lot, can't we just do this? Can't we just do this? And you just have to keep thinking about the end goal. And now that we've met that goal, it's interesting because there's a whole new set of goals that we have. And so it's fun to know you can achieve it, and now just look forward to, the future.
Well, you make almost $300 a year. You have no payments in the world, not even a house payment. What is the next big goal?
Probably just getting our arms around retirement, planning more in the future.
Have you got some celebration? You going to buy something, go on a trip or something?
I've the two words for me were focus and sacrifice. And I think in terms of sacrifice, we've been looking at a TV from 1998 for the last 9.5 years throughout this program, and so it's time to upgrade to a flat screen at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and that's not really a big step in your situation. Yeah, so it's not like you're a big splurge here, like you went crazy and went to Hawaii for 3 weeks or something. This is not the same thing, but at least you're getting a big screen out of it. That's good. Okay, good. Before football season, I hope.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, good. Well, congratulations, you guys. Congratulations. Very proud of you. How's it feel?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think the best part is sharing that with others and letting them know it's achievable, and kind of spreading the word, right?
Yeah.
And so that's been a really, really awesome way to, to be able to influence others and really live it, because I think the best way you can show others it happens is to do it yourself, right?
Yeah,
so to share with people, we're here today, and let them know what's possible. It has been a really great opportunity for us to do for others, friends, and family.
Yeah, very cool. Well, thank you guys very much. And you brought the kiddos to celebrate with you. What are their names and ages?
So we have Peyton, who will be 9, a couple weeks. Riley is going to be 7 in June, and Grayson will be 5.
All right, very cool. So they've been with you through this, and now they have a paid-for house. Do they even know what that means? Maybe not.
No.
Okay. All right. Cool. They will understand in the years to come.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a big day. The whole trajectory of your family tree changes on this. Way to go, you guys. We've got a copy of Chris Hogan's book for you, Retire Inspired. Awesome. That's the next chapter in your story to finish becoming millionaires and continuing to be outrageously generous along the way. I got a feeling you're on track for both pretty quickly. So, well done, you guys. Wyatt, Amy, Peyton, Riley, and Grayson. $288,000 paid off in 40 months, making $290 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
Okay, guys, turn around.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free! Love it! Well done. Very, very, very well done. Man, that is absolutely fabulous right there. Great, great job. Open phones at 888-825-5225 if you want to talk about your life and your money. Of course, Margaret is next in Indianapolis. Hi, Margaret. How are you?
I'm great, Dave. I am calling today. I first want to thank you for the work that you do. We love being debt-free and having a debt-free business.
Good for you.
And we have a small machine shop. We have a full-time employee and 2 part-time employees. And my question today is how to structure a bonus system that would encourage our employees to do their best work.
Okay. Well, the bonus system is part of the equation. The culture around the company where you encourage, reinforce, and even require emotional ownership in the business. We want you people to act like you own this place. I want you to act like you own this place. I said that 15 times this morning before I got on the air. I've said it for 25 years. You say it a lot, okay? But I don't want people working here who are employees. I want them working here that are part of a team, and a team, by definition, means they care like they own the place. And that's an attitude that money can't fix. A part of the equation, though, is to do what you're doing and be wise enough to share some of the profits. It's one of our core values here. We have no one in our organization that makes exclusively a salary. Everyone in some way shares in some kind of production. Now, in a machine shop, what you can do is put people on piecework, where the more work they do, the more they get paid. Pretty simple thing, because the more work they do, the more you're going to get paid, and you can do that. Or you can choose to say, we're going to share some of our profits with you. And you don't have to say how much, and you don't have to say what percentage. I share profits here with a portion of our team through our profit sharing program, but it's not a corporate profit sharing program. It's a Dave and Sharon decided we were going to share some of our money with the folks that are helping us to win around here. And so we have a percentage that we use, but it is not a published percentage of our net profits. And we put that in a pile every month, and we divide it up among those that are eligible for the profit sharing for one reason or another. With you, it's a pretty simple thing. You got 1 full-timer, 2 part-timers, or a couple part-timers. And so the part-timer's probably going to be sharing less than the full-timer. If they're working on a project, you can give bonuses or take everybody out to dinner when the big project is knocked out. Do other things that are nice and good for them as well as cash. But cash always talks as part of an equation. Cash by itself won't work. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Thank you for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. Alex is with us in Morgantown, West Virginia. Hey, Alex, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I was calling because about a year ago I got divorced, and since that time I've been working really hard to do the total money makeover, and I'm hammering down on baby step 2, but I just found out the home that my ex-husband got sole responsibility for in the divorce is now in foreclosure, and my name is on it. I'm just trying to find out what I can do to protect myself, or if I should be changing anything I'm doing towards that situation.
Wow. I'm sorry. You got bad legal advice. And because you gave the house away, but you kept the mortgage. That happens a lot in the divorces. They just do a quitclaim deed, and you give over the ownership, but you stayed on the mortgage. So you're getting ready to get foreclosed on, too, is what this means.
Right.
How far behind is the house, do you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
How far behind is he, do you know?
About 150 days now.
Okay.
About $10,000.
Okay. And what is your household income?
I now, on my income, make $35,000 a year. I'm a first grade teacher.
Gotcha. Okay. And has he had the house up for sale, trying to sell it?
It is on the market for sale because part of the agreement was he had to get my name off of off of the mortgage, and that was the only way that he could do it. But he's now moved, and so it's not a priority for him right now. So. That's
well, he's getting ready to get foreclosed on, too, so it should be a priority to him.
It's not.
Okay. Well, is the house on the market with a real estate agent?
It is. It has been for about 8 months now.
Okay. What are they asking for it?
I think $290 now is what it's at.
Okay. And what is the mortgage balance?
$280.
Okay. All right. And what kind of a loan is this? FHA, VA, or conventional?
A VA loan.
Oh, jeez.
And he's the benefits. You know, he's the one who got the VA benefits. So,
okay. Here's your problem. All right. There's two problems that go with this, and I don't know that there's a whole lot you're going to be able to do about this. But the problem number one is that when the house forecloses, of course, and the time that it's been behind, it's damaging both his credit and your credit because you're on the loan.
Yes.
The second problem is the foreclosure will occur, of course. That's going to continue that damage, make it even worse. You will now have a foreclosure on your credit report, which means you're not buying anything for 4 or 5 years on a mortgage anyway. Okay. Then the last problem is the biggest problem. I can deal with the bad credit, but the VA will chase you to the ends of the earth for the difference. They'll go after him first as the veteran, but if they sell this house for $250 and there's $280 owed, they're going to come after you guys for that other $30. That's the deficit balance, and both of you are on the note, and the VA is relentless. And so you'll have to deal with them when they come to you. I wouldn't bother with them until they come to you. It's a slight possibility they'll go after him and never bother you, but it's a fairly slight. They're the most aggressive of the mortgage types for going after deficits and going after the different, the differing balance versus what what they sell it for versus what that was owed.
Right.
What is his income?
The last that I was aware, it was about 60 to 70,000 a year.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they're more.
We had a lot of debt.
Yeah, they're more likely to come after him, and so really the only thing you could do today is anything you can do with him or the real estate agent to encourage. Have they set the foreclosure date?
No, they said it could be any time from June on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it could be June to the next June. It just depends on how diligent they are, which a lot of times they aren't. So what I would encourage you to do is do anything you can do with him and the real estate agent to drop the price. And then when an offer comes in that won't cover the mortgage, that's called a short sale, and that offer would be submitted to the VA, and the VA would have to approve that offer. That would get you out of them chasing you for the deficit balance if you guys can get it sold on a short sale prior to a foreclosure. Now, what you want to make sure of before you agree to sign off on this when the deal comes in is that the VA's acceptance of the offer on short sale, listen to this word, is without recourse. And what that means is they can't chase you for differences.
Okay.
But if I'm you, I'm going to bother the real estate agent. I'm going to bother your ex and bother his attorney, or have your attorney bother his attorney, because he needs to get real worried about this, because they're going to come after him for a bunch of money. And they really, really are, Alex. I mean, I deal with this all the time. They really do come after you. And so this is going to bankrupt him.
Be in contact with the mortgage company, myself, just to see what our options are, but he's not contacting them or responding to anything, and whenever I bring it up, he won't discuss it. So,
take your lawyer and spend $500 and sue his butt then.
Okay.
And get him drug into court in front of the judge to where he gets dadgum serious, because he's in contempt of court here by not dealing with this. And so this house needs to be on the market on a short sale. You need to be bothering him and bothering the realtor. And if you can't get his attention, then use your attorney and the judge to smack some sense into this idiot. Because him just walking away from this is going to kill him, too. Okay?
Right.
But you're attached at the hip still is the problem with this fool. And so you're going to smack some sense into him, and if he can't get it by you or the realtor or your lawyer talking to him, then have the judge do it in divorce court before this house slips away. Because if you can spend a little bit of money and a lot of bothering somebody, squeaky wheel gets the oil, and get this house sold on a short sale, it will save you a lot of pain later. You will not have a foreclosure in your name. A short sale is damaging to your credit, but not as much as a foreclosure. But the big thing is they won't be coming after either one of you for the deficit, and that's by far your best choice, and it's worth some effort on your part and his part to cause that to happen. Now, if none of that happens and they foreclose, well, just ignore it. Just ignore it and don't worry about it until they call you. And if they call you, just laugh and say, I'm a first grade teacher. I make $35,000 a year. Good luck. I ain't got any money. I'm not able to give you guys anything. You need to chase your deadbeat veteran over there. He's the only one that can pay anything because he's got a much better job than I've got, making twice what I make. And by the way, he's the veteran, so go after him and just laugh at him. And and then someday you may have to negotiate your part of the loan or the deficit, but that may be 3, 4, 5 years before you have to deal with that. So if you can't get the house sold on a short sale before foreclosure, after that I'd just get real quiet and just don't have a bunch of conversations with them, and just be hard to work with and point them back at him and give him his home address, and just continue to push that and turn them loose on him, because he's the one dropped the ball on this, obviously. And, if both of you did everything you can do and you can't get the house sold, then you did all you can do. And all you can do is all you can do, and you just, after that, you just, again, walk away from it emotionally and deal with it when it comes up at some point in the future. Thanks for calling in. So what's the lesson for you listeners from that call? If you're going through a divorce or you know someone that's going through a divorce, do not sign a quitclaim deed. Don't give someone ownership in the house. I don't care what your attorney says. Your attorney's an idiot if they're telling you to do that, because you're still on the mortgage. The only way you sign that quitclaim deed is if they refinance and get a new mortgage and get your name off of it, or the house gets sold and the mortgage gets paid off. But don't you give somebody a house and keep the mortgage. People do that every day in divorces. It's common practice because it's the easiest way, but it's stupid. It'll get you caught into Alex's situation. What a mess she's in. Bless her heart. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey guys, it's James Childs, producer of The Dave Ramsey Show. In this hour, the show is over. But we have big news. You can now find us on Sirius XM. For channel information and times, go to daveramsey.com/show.
Hey guys, this is Dave Ramsey reminding you to catch the Dave Ramsey Show live on our YouTube channel weekdays